Blog Talk Radio.
The motherfucking saga continues.
Yo, what's up, world? It's badass thuggin' like I usually do, and you better turn it up, bust some speakers out, cause we off the motherfucking cuff. You dig how we do it? Dog Pound Gangsters 2000 and beyond. Bleh.
What's up with it, y'all? Man, don't change that down. This your player partner, the legendary Cocaine. And you tuned in live to Off the Cuff Radio. Better not touch that down.
Yeah, this is Cassidy, the hustler. And right now, you listening to the Guillotine. Show them the respect they deserve, man. Off the Cut Radio, man. Y'all already know how they doing it, man. I need y'all to stay tuned. They've been doing it for years, so show them the respect they deserve. And you heard it out of bars, mouth. Easy.
Keep it moving like this. Yo, this your boy Rampage. You're not rocking with the best. With Off the Cuff Radio. Classic. History. Fix your face to all you haters. We off the cuff, baby.
What's up, everybody? This your girl, Bonnie Dollars, the Queen of Trap, representing Crenshaw, and you are now tuned in with Off the Cuff Radio. What's up? What's up, y'all? This is Miss Irresistible, giving a shout-out to the livest show on Friday nights, Off the Cuff Radio, and I'm live from the 704. Make sure y'all tune in for the blazing hot music.
What it ain't, what it do. Chili Chill from that original Lynch Mob. And Off the Cuff Radio, always where it's at on Friday nights. West, y'all.
King of the hill, no bluff girl. Don't let your real man go. Hold on, baby. When I talk on the G, shake back. Where are my real men at? King of the hill, girl. King of the hill, no bluff girl. Don't let your real man go. Hold on, baby. When I talk on the G, shake back. Where are my real men at? King of the hill, girl. Need in my life, want in my life. See the fire, balance in my life. Back it up, twerk it, celebrate a cake. Face say you can't, tell them anything. RP DMX, one the reason I got hold of the dream. Look busy, go a long way in the dirty game. Party clapping, toast Trump, the Vietnam McCain. Clear they got a lot of street fame. Baby, can you deal with a big dog off the chain? Still in the game, looking for a keeper. Bass drop one, say like two bass speakers. Do you wanna know how to make a believer? World freeze over, move closer, got my heater. Move like a cheetah bug when I cut a rug. Can you deal with me and my drug? Gotta hold me down. Lose a lot of love each time I win another round. Underdogs winning. King of the hill, no bluff girl. Don't let your real man go. Hold on, baby. When I talk on the G, shake back. Where are my real men at? King of the hill, girl. King of the hill, no bluff girl. Don't let your real man go. Hold on, baby. When I talk on the G, shake back. Where are my real men at? King of the hill, girl. Fight socket. Set me off like bottle rocket. On flame, on game. Chillin' in the cockpit. She love the way I bull spit. Trying to keep my G on the G-low. Trapped in the game like you be Nino. While they say the game drive the flame. Terrazoid looking for a freakazoid. She got that good life and good love. Learn how to build before you kill my thug. Call me another round, bartender. She bustin' it wide open for a real nigga. King of the hill, no bluff girl. Don't let your real man go. Hold on, baby. When I talk on the G, shake back. Where are my real men at? King of the hill, girl. King of the hill, no bluff girl. Don't let your real man go. Hold on, baby. When I talk on the G, shake back. Where are my real men at? King of the hill, girl.
All righty. After a 2-week break, we are officially back with episode 624 Off the Cuff Radio. I'm your host, King Eric, the Media Assassin. I will be joined shortly by my partner in crime, T-Max, and big shout out to REALA the Sandman and Miss Chinchilla and our co-host of Spirit. And also, this show is sponsored by Da Vinci Clothing, Buddy Boy Entertainment, Schoolboy Radio. And tonight's guest, we start this thing out the right way, man. Big shout out to Fleetwood for making this connection. Representing the SSLC, reigning from Dallas, Texas. This guy has a story to tell, got new projects in the work, new visuals in the coming, and he has an interesting story to let people know where he come from, how he started in hip-hop, how he came from Dallas and built a name for himself and staying dedicated to his grind. Let's all welcome Confetti Da Realest Soulja, yo.
What's going on? What's going down? What's going down?
How you doing, my man?
Oh, man, doing awesome, and blessed to be on your show. Blessed to be on Off the Cuff, you know what I'm saying? And appreciate y'all for having me on here.
Yes, sir, man. I mean, it's been a month in the work, man, but you know we had to get some things worked out. But nevertheless, we here now for episode 624, and we definitely we definitely appreciate you taking the time to be a part of this.
For sure. Yeah, it's a blessing, you know. Continue to be part of this legacy in the history of hip hop. You know, the 50th anniversary. So you know. As long as we keep building hip-hop history, you know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing.
Absolutely, man. And for this hour, it's all about you, my man. Now, to get things started, man, tell us about the single Gangsta Magnet, the joint that we just played, man. Like, tell us how you came up with that concept.
Gangsta Magnet. You know what? When I came up with Gangsta Magnet, it was like... it was inspired by a young lady that I was trying to date, you know what I'm saying? And prior to me going blind, and it was like I felt like she was losing hope in me as a, you know what I'm saying, as a man and things that, you know, because I got hit with the situation of me being blind, I was, you know, and I can understand, you know, it was, you know, you get to talk to somebody and then, you know, you think like it's going good and you just start to get, I mean, like literally just start to get to know, and you get hit with blind and you know, for a woman, that's going to be like, because, you know, I had many times to think about myself. I mean, think about it. And, you know, if, like, yo, dude, you just went blind, how you expect somebody to take that? You know what I'm saying? If the shoe was on the other foot, what would I do? You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'd be like, all right, I just started to get to know this person. Like we just started to show interest, and then she go blind. Would I be more of a ride or die, or would I be like, you know what I'm saying? So that was one of the inspiration points. The other thing is, I looked at it like a gangster by his money. I mean, from where? This side of, you know, the coast. You know what I'm saying? So being in Dallas, you know, I was originally born in Louisiana. I grew up between Texas and Louisiana, raised under 20. Pretty much a balance between the two, you know what I'm saying? And then moved up to Dallas originally when I was like 25. But I've been here going on like 25 years. And I noticed cats from Dallas. I'm not just saying you ain't got to be from Dallas. Just being here, right? Listen to the stories grow from, and this happened all over the country. They go from babies and they grow up to be millionaires and they ghetto stars. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when I look at me growing up between Texas and Louisiana, and I watch and we grow as men, you know what I'm saying? So we grow through our channels in life. We go in the streets, we run, you know, we the same cats from babies. Some are catching felonies, some catch felonies, some go to jail. But later on, when you grow and you mature into a man, a lot of times you grow out them things, you know what I'm saying? And You growing to be, well, like, oh, you know, the older guys used to tell you when you're young, you grow out to be a fine young man, you know what I'm saying? But I seen Gangsta Magnet was like all the gangsters. I looked at, that was about their money. Then this is my vision. So, I mean, I can't say everybody totally agree across the map. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I look at it like, so a gangster ain't nothing but a cleaned up businessman with a suit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I feel like, cause see, you know, I look at it from this is my vision. Like, this is my opinion. You know, when we're just saying my views, so I'm not guaranteed. But if you was a hustler on the block, you know what I'm saying, and I know everybody everybody switched the game up from this. So there's all type of gangsters, you know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about the hustler, the businessman, the one that don't go out there. He ain't out there trying to distort stuff. He built his community, and he learned how to hustle, and he hit the block to get the money, and he handled it as like business. And you go out there and you learn how to hustle, but, you know, the deal is, from being a drug dealer, you just sell drugs. But as you grow as a man, you learn that you can sell anything. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. So a lot of the youngsters, we was out there. Some was more ambitious than others. Some took more chances than others. Some stayed on that road, you know, through technology. When we first out there, wasn't all these, you know, you might have a beeper or didn't have all these cameras everywhere. There wasn't all this texting and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And there wasn't even cell phones, I don't even think, like when we was first out there, you know, when I was younger, I don't remember, you know what I'm saying? I don't think, yeah, like, you know, but, you know, so, but anyway, my whole point is we young business. I look at street business and corporate business. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. One is it's not bound by the laws by the government. You know what I'm saying? So you got the street business cats who just want to be in the street, and they pretty much, and even in business, a lot of times when you go out there in the business, it's pretty much the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Right. When you go out in business, you build your own business. You're responsible for enforcing the laws. So, you know, that was my, you know, so when I say gangsters about the money, it's like, so when I say Gangsta Magnet, I'm talking about all the gangsters. If you about your money, let's come together and make some money. But I'm talking to the streets. I speak the language that I have when I'm sitting there. I know my target audience, and I know cats who done grew up. I don't care if you done grew up, got this good job, business, open your business, elevated. So when I'm rapping, I know that a cat like Master P can be like, okay, Fetty, I hear you. You know what I'm saying? Any cats that done grew up, you say, all right, I feel you. Now somebody may be foreign to growing up in poverty and being in the streets and hustling might be a disconnect. Because, you know, some might say you got to dumb yourself down, or maybe widen your understanding, like speaking. See, I speak this language that to me is like speaking French, Spanish, German. Like, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no dumbing down. No, you better open your mind, you know what I'm saying, and understand. But if you never experience it, you don't understand, then you don't get it. You know what I'm saying? So,
absolutely.
I mean, So that's when I say Gangsta Magnet. Gangsta Magnet, not only the song inspired me, but it's also about chicks who love cats chasing money. So if you're a chick that love gangsters, and the reason I'm calling it gangsters, you gotta understand, we evolved when we was young. Street cats running the streets. You know what I'm saying? We grew up to be men. You see what I'm saying? That was just a process we had to learn and go through. You see what I'm saying? Not saying that. So as we evolve, when I'm talking gangster, I'm still speaking the language after. for the youth to understand too. I don't understand. I'm a ghetto star. Understand I'm from the bottom. I didn't have a silver spoon in my mouth. You know what I'm saying? But it mean I didn't have family and love. You know what I'm saying? But so the evolution of that, you know what I'm saying? So when I speak that, I'm speaking street business, corporate business. Right now, you know, if you understand, I'm in college going in for global business, global marketing. But you know, that's like I said, I also view. So all that is chicks who love dudes after money. So you got a chick that's about her money. You know what I'm saying? Gangsters about their money. And you know, one thing is always a negative and a positive side. So somebody can come and be like with a whole negative view of stuff, but that ain't me. I feel like the beautiful things about being a gangster. Let's build on that. And let's throw the bullshit out the door. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, you already took gangs being a community and made it negative when it was kids trying to stick together and we were just trying not to let nobody come out there and bullies, you know what I'm saying, and doing all the things, you know. So that's what Gangsta Magnet back. I was inspired by a woman. It was about sticking together and making money. So I felt like, so that was the whole, you know, the Gangsta Magnet. You know what I'm saying? If you about your money, let's get together and do it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just speaking, you know, the language that I have when I say that.
Definitely, man. We definitely appreciate you taking the time to break that down. And, you know, to expound on, you know, your challenge of, you know, losing your eyesight, man. That could be like a real serious setback for many. How were you able to still maintain, you know, positive energy and going out there and still putting in work with your craftsmanship?
Oh, you know, I like to be real, man. You know what I'm saying? And I like to be real for those who actually have to go through this. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully we able to learn, you know what I'm saying, and teach. And so when I, you know, honestly, you know, I could be on some macho, yeah, man. I'm not on that. I'm a real dude. I was scared. You know what I'm saying? Like, truthfully,
yeah,
I was scared. And I done been all over the country and going to Canada, crossing Mexico. But as a man, you got to understand. Now, one, when you out here rapping and you understand your clientele, right? Now, if you're in clientele, then you go blind. That's one thing. Like, hold on now. Like, you a person that's about your business. You don't let cats play with you. You know what I'm saying? You're still a good dude. Don't mean, but you just don't let cats play with you because you know how cats are. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
As a man, bro, I was, bro. Let me tell you something. Hey, my daughter came. When I hugged my daughter was, I went blind 12 days after she blind. I went blind in about 5 months. But, man, I hugged my daughter, man. I was in tears. And she was just holding me. But I'm in tears because I'm a provider and a protector. And the way I view the world, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I was in here going through anxiety attacks. And when I mean going through an anxiety attack, man, I was going to back to back to back. Man, I lay down. I be laying down, and I be like, "Yo, dog, why you laying here?" I was telling Puff, like, "Fam, let's go." Then I open my eyes, and bro, I go into anxiety attack, and I go into another one, and I go into another one, and I tell myself, like, "Yo, let go, dog." I had to tell myself, like, literally, let go, because my obsession to live and build my dreams been in me. You know what I'm saying? And for somebody
right.
to look at life that you're not going to be able to do this. You know what I'm saying? The things you've been able to do. And I was 43, and I'm like, I'm shook. Because, you know, and then when you go blind, people back up. And they back up because they don't understand. They scared for you too. Some people gonna back up because they love you. Some people don't want to. They want to remember you for being strong. You know what I'm saying? Some people gonna back up because we in the city. I grew up small town and city. You know what I'm saying? Between Louisiana range, Southwest Louisiana, and Houston. Hey, and I've been in Dallas. Hey, Dallas is like, yo, Dallas. And city like you, like Joker back up, like, how the Joker gonna provide himself? How, you know what I'm saying? Like, how are you gonna provide for yourself now that you're in this situation?
Mm-hmm.
You know that's a big challenge that you're gonna deal with because people scared. They scared. You know what I'm saying? So, I had a cousin that was blind, though. That's what kind of helped me. He'd been a blind since he was a baby, and he used to do music. So we always talk, you know what I'm saying? So when I was going blind, he would tell me, like, I was fighting it. You know what I'm saying? I was fighting the blindness. You know, and he'd just tell me like, let go, man. This story is like a long story of me just being, just going. I was blind 5.5 years, and now I can see. So I didn't know I was gonna be able to see. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know, but I just kept my faith in God. You know, that's it was it's a struggle. You know what I'm saying? He would just tell me to like accept it. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't trying to accept it. You know, I wasn't trying to accept it.
I think I got my partner on P-Max on the line, man. What's good, man? We having a good deal with Confetti Da Realest Soulja, man.
Gentlemen, what's going on with you? How y'all? I had a little business to take care of, but apologize for the tardiness, but I made it in. Everything good with y'all?
Yeah, everything good, man. On this end, what's going down with you?
Everything's good, man. Blessed up the King and, of course, Confetti. Yeah, man, listening to it in terms of what you were talking about with obviously the struggles you had, with being blind. It showed your tenacity as an artist to still maintain keeping your determination and drive to do it even with a handicap befalling you and such. But one thing that struck me the most was the sentiment of what you spoke about, how people really don't understand that in this business, everybody looks at it as it's all glamour and glitz, it's all excitement, everybody's famous. But these, you all are real people with real stories, with real situations and real lives. And that cannot be understated at all. When you look at the music now, Confetti, in terms of where the scene is today, we have so many people in general that are trying to portray an image that is not authentic. And you're unabashedly honest and authentic about what you've been through. How do you feel about the climate today of where artists are trying to portray and depict images that are not always the most accurate and even at times dangerous in terms of the trouble that may ensue from what they put out there?
Hey, you know what? Let me tell you something. Me getting in Dallas, right?
Yes, sir.
And I've been to rappers getting shot. I can't. I would have to go back and name. I used to my partner already Murray. I used to tell him. I said, "Yo, man, go look at how many rappers get shot and killed."
Right.
And that was like one of the first things I met him when he was like 23. One thing I used to tell him, go pay attention to how many rappers get shot and killed. You know what I'm saying? So I say the hottest block for rappers that get shot and killed is 20 and 30. Any rapper that's between 20 and 30 got to know your head on the chopping block. 20 and 30. That's just how I feel. I'm not saying you can't get shot in your 30s and your 40s but I'm saying the hottest block. We go look at the numbers. 20 and 30. The block is hot. And then, and one reason because I feel like, and this is my, I feel, one, like you saying, I'm not going to say portray because, like, everybody views being a gangster different. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you can be, that's like saying you can be a petty hustler or you can be a kingpin.
Mm-hmm.
You're still hustling, right?
Right.
So you got the negative views. Okay, you're only a gangster if you're murdering people.
Right.
Right. Well, some people kill because they have to. Like, I look killing as two different things. You know, you shoot a dude off the roof and he's not looking. I don't think you all like super brave. Anybody can do that.
It's running up on somebody and doing that.
Right, like you have a shootout with him. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, give him the gun and give him a chance to shoot it out with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I mean, I got a whole lot of, I played against a lot of them. I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm not for you going out there. 'Cause I mean, if you grew up in the hood and you grew up in it, that's one thing. You know what I'm saying? That mind state is not a mind state to deal with because, like, we get caught up in that mind state of when you grew up, because I'm just saying, I used to think I had to be dead and locked up by 25 till I got past that, and I realized, like, yo, dog, you got out the environment, you start looking back like why you view things like that,
Mm-hmm.
Even in my little country town, I thought I had to fight every year. Every year I had to at least have one fight. Every year, I'm not gonna get no respect, none. You're not gonna get no respect. You gotta fight. You gotta do something every year to show cats that hey man, I'm about my business. I'm not playing with you. You know what I'm saying? When I look at it now, I think that's stupid. You know what I'm saying? Some of the areas I lived in, I look like that don't even make sense. So so my views on a lot of cats that doing that. Think about it, bro. Like, you give somebody a lot of money, who you blame? The kid you give a lot of money, or you give the person who give the kid the money?
Right, right.
So so who do you blame? Do you blame the DJs or do you blame the rappers? Do you blame the business people? Because think about it. You got older rappers that know better, right?
Right.
Okay. Or you say, okay, I don't want to give them deals to the older rappers because they're not going to take them deals, right? And I'm going to go to the younger generation that want to be controlled. I can give them a lesser deal because they don't know. They just going to take it as a gift out of the hood. And so who do you blame? You can't blame that kid you gave him $1 million.
And that's a real point, Confetti, because when we think about it, the state of the music today, and it's been said so much about hip-hop in terms of the influences, the negative outcomes, this, that, and the other, but I always tell people the music was never the issue. It's the circumstances socially that contribute to what goes on in the music. The music is a direct reflection of the plight of the individuals involved in it. Now, conversely speaking, we're all older. So we grew up in a time where there was much more diversity in terms of what was being played. So to answer your question about what was, who's to blame for it, a lot of the times, too, it has to be the public in terms of the listening public who has to demand better. I know that's a loaded statement. But
no, that's beautiful. I agree.
But the thing is, we come from a generation, me and my brother, we talk about this all the time. We grew up in an era of radio and video, where you saw everything. It wasn't just inundated with one element. So you saw a wide spectrum of the craft, from the hood to backpacking. And that, to me, and King, is what is lacking today. These radio stations, we said this a million times on the show. These radio stations, they get a playlist, because back in the day, payola was just a dirty word. You just didn't do that. But now you have radio stations that are corporate owned. The corporations are in bed with the record companies. The record companies give them a playlist. And, you know, I know a couple of good DJs. I'm in Hampton Roads, Virginia, who are friends of mine. And they tell me they pretty much, they try to sneak some stuff in here and there when they can, but they got a playlist. You know, and it's like they got, and when you look at some of the artists, that's not saying we're on our old men on the hill saying all of it's bad. No. You know, a lot of it is pretty dope. But I'm like, the same song about Staten or, you know, shoot drilling. So I'm like, don't talk. I'm like, there are plenty of yourself, you know, G.I. Peaches, you know what I'm saying? You know, Mims, you know, so many people we've had on this show. Y'all music is just as dope, and it needs to be heard. And our thing is, give these people an opportunity on the airwaves to be played. You know what I'm saying? You know, bring the variety back.
You know, I totally agree. I agree with all that. I think a lot of the, you know, for one, hip hop been grown. So and I think as soon as everybody accepted, you know what I'm saying? We got to understand, when hip hop took to be the largest culture, right?
Right.
The largest. And when we talk hip hop, we have all West, South, East. We ain't just saying like hip hop. We just look at hip hop because, you know, I think it's supposed to have, you know, they, like, cause I don't know. You got to do research. You know, was it Father Ardwin was one of the guys that was out west, maybe. Want to start, but we just say New York, all right, and it's the mother, the birth of all from west, south, east, and everything. We talking about the whole rap culture, right?
Yes,
when it took the lead of being the largest, guess what that means is going to be? It's going to be the oldest, largest.
Right.
See, this is a $1 billion game. This is not $1 million game no more. We got to understand it. This is a $1 billion game. So think about this, right? And when you listen to hip hop, and see, this is the reason why they want the youth, because the youth don't understand the power. They don't understand the money. You give somebody some money, right?
Right.
But you don't. I mean, so you give somebody some money that never had money, right? And you give them this money. Come on, man. You think they're not gonna do what it takes to keep doing this, to persuade it, to do this stuff? You know what I'm saying? That's only right. I feel like it's been a business. The music business been a business, and this is when I look at like all the legends. A lot of time when you're dealing with, we got to keep up with technology. When you're doing business, we got to transition quicker.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We got to transition to the point, because it ain't like the legends, and I'm talking about all the legends, because I deal with a lot of them in Texas. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying the legends, because, you know, was everybody that was on labels that was doing the 90-10, or whether it was 90-10, whatever deal they did, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times the labels did the 90%. Now you in a world where you got to do the 100%. You can't do the 10%, 15, 20, whatever you got. You got to do the whole pie. So when these youngsters and everybody got great business people behind them, because they got all the resources, all the money, you know what I'm saying, all the information, all the big machines behind them, them too, when they leave labels, they will have the same problem as anybody else if they don't come and learn how to update with times as times change. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So that's why a lot of the legends lose ground. But, you know, eventually the legends get back on and they get their feet. But I'm saying growing business-wise, they don't lose their talent. It's just the business change, and the major labels getting adapt and they take the race, and that's why the youngsters are able to get out there and make more noise. But in the midst of that, youngsters get a lot of money that don't make you a man just because you get some money, and then you go out there and create genocide. And then we got to get out there in the streets and fight and try to make a change and bring a different understanding, just like you do. We're Off the Cuff Radio. And that's what it's a great conversation we have.
Yeah. You know, and it's crazy, you know, because when we think about it, we're looking at the criteria of how it is for artists coming in now. And with the social media era, it's facilitated a more streamlined. So people have more of an entry to it. Like you said, the business model has changed. It is a diversification of outlets. But more than anything, I think what we have to understand is the music should always come first. And what you want to put out there in terms of how you're going to broadcast yourself, how you brand yourself. What you said about the streets, it's real out there. And sometimes I think as a public, we have, a lot of individuals have too much of a romanticism about what we call the crash test dummy for our life.
You say that last part again?
Too many people have a romanticism with what we call the crash test dummy. Seeing people, you know, publicly get into crazy situations, and some situations lose their lives behind it. You know, like the situation that happened with Fulio down in Florida. And this is not to diss, but it's like, you know, you have a dude going out there in the graveyard, dissing the dead ops and their homies, and it's like, dude, what did you think was going to come back to you? Yeah, I'm like, he was, I believe, 20. How old was he, King? Around 26, 27, maybe a little younger?
25, 26, I believe.
25, yeah.
Okay, that's what I just say. What's the hottest block get killed? 2030.
That's it. Yeah, and you saying that, you know, I think it's because a lot of times when you're young, especially in this culture of what's going on, because back in the day, you grew up in Dallas, so you understand when you coming up in Dallas. What were some of the roughest hoods in Dallas that you?
Well, I mean, I grew up. Check it out. I grew up between Houston and Rain. I moved to Dallas when I was 25.
Okay, so Houston. So you know about South Acres, 3rd Ward, 5th Ward.
Well, I grew up in 3rd Ward. I started school in 3rd Ward, and then my grandmother lived in 5th Ward. My grandmother lived like 18 years, so I stayed in Houston till I was 11. But yeah, I always, and then from 11 to like, I say 22, I started moving back around when I was in Rain in Louisiana in the 22. But growing up in 3rd Ward, you know what I'm saying, because when we talk about, you know, I'm in college right now. We talk about the environment, right, of doing business.
Right.
So one thing about, when we talk about the environment, being in 3rd Ward, I learned to listen, pay attention. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, people broke in our houses. Like, they would break in our apartment. Like, they were looking for my father's gun. You know what I'm saying? They break in your house when, say, the person next door, you live in an apartment, they break in your apartment. You know what I'm saying? When they move. You learn when you was young, don't tell them your father ain't home. You know what I'm saying? I didn't woke up till was coming in the back door, and I was hollering, hey, hey. You know what I'm saying? It just certain things you learn even as a kid, being these that I feel like when I talk about the business environment. Yeah, remember I was telling you about 20 or 30. That I knew that I even, and put it like this, I'm telling you as a rapper in Dallas, right? As an artist. So let's go back. When I was 17 in Louisiana, I had a group called DAN. Dangerous A figures. I don't know how we can speak freely. I don't want to, you know.
Absolutely. No, say what you feel. Say what you feel. No, this is uncensored. No, go with it.
Okay, so, you know, we had DAN, Dangerous Ass Niggas, right? That was a group at 17. One of the group members killed the other one. Right. So it kind of knocked it out me. I kind of fought. Both of them was my partners. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it kind of that knocked the music out me. I mean, I stood a little while and I was gonna throw it away because of one of my partners. So, you know, and then I changed. I was B-Dam. I switched my name to Confetti. Went to Fort Hood. I ended up joining Army, but I tried many things. But I learned one thing, man. In the environment, being out here in the environment, being in Dallas, and this like, let me tell you something. When I got to Dallas, I got walking straight back to the trap, like New Jack City, like walk me. I'm for real, bro. Like, so from a young man being 25 out here, because I'm 40, you know, in my late 40s, bro, being out here, bro, like I'm saying being a rapper, bro, like, and I was telling people flying and pop, you better look like you got a deal over there, and you beefing with them cats. Dallas hate was tough. And don't get me wrong, growing up, dealing with, you know, I had to deal with all kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying? But I guess, you know, I didn't get accustomed to it. But I'm saying when it came to the music, and like I said, my partner got killed at 17, right? So I already had a stigmatism on. I threw the mic away. I didn't want to do it no more. I didn't look at the idea that my partner, they got in a fight and then it turned bad and, you know, whatever. I didn't look at it. It was more of a music. But as I got older, I started looking at the environment, like cats was getting shot out here. You know what I'm saying? And you know, rappers been getting killed, but it wasn't like it is right now, or maybe like what it was during the pandemic. It kind of got like really retarded, like really crazy.
Yeah.
It got for you know. So we made it through. One thing we can celebrate, these other young rappers understand, we made it through eras. The 90s, the 2000s, 2010. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that the young rappers understand that as men, once you make it to a certain age, you look at it as a man and say, look, that's not good. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. I don't know everything, brother, but you can't disrespect that man's mother. You can't disrespect that man's father. You can't shoot that dude and get on the thing, you know what I'm saying, and think, check it out. Like I told my partner B and them, we were sitting there talking about it. We talking like you asked. I say B Brown, my music manager. So, okay, I'm over here in Oak Cliff, right? I say, bro, say a cat he do something to young Nino, right? And he come to Dallas, he at the radio station. I said, what's going to happen? Shit, man, we talking about home of First 48. 7,500. Them boys going to be at the radio station, popping. The whole hood going to be out there waiting for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're going to be out there. What you expect them to do?
I mean,
what you expect?
And it's crazy, Confetti, because we respectfully have a saying on this show. We have actually two. The Bay beef's different and the South beef's different. And shout out once again to OG Bezel, one of the best shows we did years back. And he's from New Orleans. And he talked about, you know, when you start talking crazy, he's like, man, you know how them, how they got the New Orleans draw? Yeah, he's like, man, you know, you come, man, you say a man that name on a record, you gotta go see that man. You know, that New Orleans draw. Like, man, he's like, man, look, them niggas be the type to run up on the spot where the dude having a show, put a gun to the promoter head, and be like, where that nigga is.
Right.
Not even beef. It's not even just like just keeping it lyrical rap. Like, you know, because just like I said on many shows, these guys base their reputation off how they eat. They can't really just separate the image from the music. The image is how they eat. So therefore, when they take a shot at it, it's like, okay, you affected how I eat. So
right. So, but you know what? When I look at that, I guess the two things, right? It's like I look at it. okay, is this dude street or is he a rapper?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So my deal is I try to mean what I say and say what I mean. You know what I'm saying? I grew up on that. As I get older, I got to realize that, you know what I'm saying, I try not to enter them waters with nobody. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because I know when I'm dealing with, you got to understand, our type of real cats. You know what I'm saying? Hey, because let me tell you something when you talk to Confetti, and this is real life. You might not be, I'm not the baddest guy. I'm just a man trying to survive and be a man like anybody else. You know, I'm not trying to deal with that. I'm grown now, bro. I'm trying to make some money, trying to take, you know what I'm saying? But when you're a real street cat and you got real love, well, you can't talk to me and think, hey, let me tell you something. I tell my partner, you know what I tell him? I was telling one of the little homies, I feel like she's new, you know, to the music. You know what I'm saying? But she ain't been in long, so say 3 years. So she react a certain way. I say, you can't. Let me tell you why you can't do this. I say, right. You know what my partner tell me? This is my partners out here in Dallas. We dropped the disc record. This is first realized. They dropped the disc record. Hey, bro, they loading them things in the back. What you mean, dog? They coming for us. We not playing no games. You can't take cats and we watching this stuff, and then we talking about that got love. I'm talking about you and anybody that got real love out there and tell somebody and diss them, and you supposed to be this real cat and think we gonna pull up and we can't just go have a party and enjoy life and rap, bruh. Like my family, my Southside Live Click family, my regular family. You know what I'm saying? My Texas family, my Louisiana, everybody who love me. You think they not listening?
Right.
You think they co-signing on me not being a man and standing up? You think if you come to the hood or you anywhere and you come at me like that, you think they just gonna let you do this?
Right.
But my family love me. And I feel like anybody got love from their family, so that's why you got to be aware. These youngsters don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? If you got somebody that's on the side that's going to take one, hey, man, you got that type of money. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Don't step on that cat and don't worry about it. How you know that dude ain't got about 3 bodies already? They looking for him. He know they looking for him. He chuck up some money like, hey, man, just take care of my family. What's that? Because they got millions now. Sitting on 50, 100 million or 20 million. Man, put young through school for me. Look out for him. I got him.
And that's how fast. And that's how fast they can turn around on somebody.
Right. So you got to know how to. That's why I say that they don't know how to keep their head attached to their neck. They don't understand, you know. And then that's another thing is, if you like me, except it's supposed to be dead or locked up by 25, not to give you all this money, you turn into a cancer cell. So you got to understand the mind state of these young men, or they raised with their mothers. If they raised by their mothers, they over emotional. Men, we figure that out. Men 40s and 50s, they haven't figured out if they were raised by them. They don't know how to manage their emotions. That's a problem. You know, they know how to not be. I feel like one of the biggest problems is these young men be trying to make other men out of bitches. They be trying to demasculate. My dude, stop trying to demasculate the next man. Emasculate. Right. Stop trying to emasculate the next man. Let that man was naked, he fall in the street, he's a man. Let that man be a man. Whether he's old, young, skinny, you don't let people, like, if you was in the hood, you don't let people take advantage of the weak, the handicapped. You know what I'm saying? So all that stuff playing, we got so many angles, but like I said, I think we need to give a lot of these youngsters just some wisdom on pay attention. You know what I'm saying? You made it to this. You know, put some OGs around them that teach them. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of them going out there, and then you give them this money with no understanding. And they want to be men. They want to, we different. We different. Okay. You don't know what you're looking at. Them cats hide behind money. They made men. Hey, and then, okay, this is the other part. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Okay, you want to go be like, say you go, and I'm just saying, Joker go sign the Boosie. Or let's say Jay-Z. Mm-hmm. You know, Boosie money up. Any cats with their money up. My dude, you want to go hot. This cat signed to this dude, right? Mm-hmm. Now, it's only right Boosie going to take care of his money and his artist, right? Mm-hmm. Supposed to, as a man, you know, being real, this and that. Dude, that artist is a made nigga. He's made, homie. You can't be in the projects. This dude, he can afford 100 guns. Not saying Boosie's gonna do that, because Boosie might want to. Hey, man, you have to go out there and hold up. But guess what? I got money. You got money and guns. That dude ain't not like you. You got the yoke, got his hood. You got money and guns. I got enough money to get 100 shooters, and I got money, and they got money. But the coldest part of it, I got respect.
It's crazy when you said that, Confetti, and we can only say this on the air because the case is long over with Boosie in terms of what happened with that situation about where Marlo, with Marlo Mike, where he the dude Michael Louding that he allegedly paid because everybody knows about this situation with Boosie years ago getting out of that murder case. But that's beside the point. The fact is, but Boosie is serious. And I think they asked him, what do you have? I think an interviewer asked him, what do you have to say about the murder attempt? And you know what Boosie said? As only Boosie could say it. We don't do attempts. I was like,
right. But I'm just saying, right. But right. But you're saying anybody. I'm saying it can be anybody that got money. Right. That it came up a street cat, and they take it could be you. You know what I'm saying? 100 million in bank, you can afford 100 guns, and you sign an artist, and somebody come fuck with your artist. Say, bruh, I don't. But it ain't even that. It's the conversation that he can have. You understand? The conversation that he can have as a rapper. Mm-hmm. You do it in the project, you can't do that, buddy, because you ain't got them 100 guns. You think he walking around regular? No, bruh. He can afford 100 choppers to be around him all the time. He can put $100,000 hits on you on the regular. A regular dude in the project. So we take this artist and we take him out. For one, he's not regular no more. Because the money that he got now, it takes a regular person 2 lifetimes to make that type of money, maybe.
Right.
Maybe 3 or 4 lifetimes. 40, 50, 200 years being a regular person. And you got this regular dude, you want to go be like this shit. You're not on the same playing field. You don't even know that. That's that delusional reality that, you know what I'm saying? I used to tell people that I know delusional reality real. When I was blind, I used to give people faces that I never met. Because I never met. I met them when I was blind. Mm-hmm. So I know delusional reality, but you want to believe, man, I'm like this. No, this cat got it. This cat, he's not the same no more. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You can't. Huh?
Oh, go right ahead.
What'd you say?
I was saying, go right ahead.
Oh, no, what I'm saying is, but I was just saying, like, a lot of the youth want to be like them. You know what I'm saying? And I was just saying, you know, it's not the same playing field when you out there like that. So these cats, the ladies and the fellas, you know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at you. You know, they going through their era and doing what you know what I'm saying, but it's about, you know, being wise and being able to stay alive while they participate. I'm telling all the rappers to keep rapping. I love rap. I love the evolution of it. You know what I'm saying? I believe rap changed me as a man, made me go see the world. Rap made me learn business. Rap taught me a lot. I feel like rappers gotta what I'm saying, you gotta regurgitate, you gotta grow, you gotta spit it at you. You know, in Louisiana, when you cook crawfish, you pour salt on them, right?
Right.
You put them in the water and they purge them. They got to spit up all that stuff. You put salt on them. So I feel like through the evolution of them, these rappers what they see, they hear. If you hear toxicity, see toxicity, eat toxicity, you're gonna regurgitate toxicity. But if they go through the transition and keep purging and getting out of it, it's gonna come out of them, and they're gonna be looking for other stuff. And I feel like it's just going to transition and grow. But the only deal is we need y'all to come back and clean this stuff up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that part.
You're right. You can't run because the street's shooting now and they killing, and your baby mama telling you don't need to be there. You need to go out there and like, you know, you part of the problem. You did something, so we need you to go out here and we need you to make a change. If they followed you the wrong way, I need you to tell them now, follow me the right way.
That's most important. What a guy is saying, you have to understand this is real life. And you can't get out there, you know, messing with people, think there's no consequences. Then there's more to life than shooting niggas, getting high, this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know, when you look at how we came up listening to gangster rap, it was never glorified. It was talking about real street situations. But now we're in a situation now where, like you said, it's got so, you know, it's just got so corroded that everybody wants to talk about, everybody's talking greasy about everybody, acting like you can't get too much cholesterol and have a heart attack of a hit behind you. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's real, you know, and it's like, you know, there's a point where, like you said, it has to come back home where, all right, y'all, say what y'all got to say, now look what y'all done started, how y'all gonna clean this mess up.
And they don't want to fight it out. They don't want to box it out.
Well, if you never grew up, but check it out. I tell people two things. Same way I say you get your head knocked off between 20 and 30, we got to understand these rules. We can't be out there emasculating. We got to understand we can't fall victim to. Another thing is, a fighter, this is me, I feel, in my opinion, a fighter have no business fighting no shooter. A fighter have no business fighting no shooter. You know, that's like jumping in front of 18-wheel on the highway.
Right.
It don't. This cat know damn well this fighter know he can fight this shooter. No, he know damn well that shooter shoot, and he ain't fighting nothing. Nothing. Straight up. Hey, I had a partner told me, right? He shot a couple cats. He told me, then I was come out of junior college, I was picking that weight up. He said, you know I'm shooting you, right? Told me from the rip, you know I'm shooting you, right? He was smart. You know I'm shooting you, right? You know what I'm saying? So, another thing is, a shooter has no business fighting, messing with no fighter. Now, you a goddamn shooter. You know damn well you can't fight. Your ass gonna get knocked out. you know you're gonna get knocked out. You know what I'm saying? You know you're gonna go over there and do that fight, and you're gonna get knocked out, and you can be running around here now. You want to shoot him. I mean, come, you know, you gotta know your boundaries.
Know your enemy.
You gotta know your lane.
Yeah, know your.
You gotta know your lane, like
in terms of they get down. Exactly.
So you gotta know your lane, man.
Right. So, I mean, that's just some of the things I feel like. And then another thing is, just because somebody can't fight, right, don't mean somebody gonna let you mess with them. They won't go pick up something like a car, try to run over you, and use a weapon. Use anything as a weapon to get you back.
Yeah.
So, you know, we just be mindful of things like that. I feel like, you know, in the way, and a lot of this stuff, another thing is, things that get out, when we was growing up, a lot of this was business. The beef in the streets was business, yo. Somebody doing bad business. And even you learn, if you had anybody to teach you about business in the streets, you learn how to deal with cats or find other ways to deal with them. You know what I'm saying? But it was business. It wasn't no, you know, but you got to learn. You got to grow as men. You know, the way women manipulate young men. The young ladies be out here, they ain't no better. You know, you gotta, I don't know, man. It's the young generation time, you know what I'm saying? So,
they just on a weird time, though.
Yeah. There's a lot going on out there. Everybody has to understand where they are, where they have to understand the climate of where they're in. And it's okay to be a regular person just handling your business. And like you said, and there's one part of the thing is also getting out down like that. If you've already gotten into the music business, you need to get out the street. If that's your career, you don't need to be in the street anymore.
Right. You know, one thing is, you got to have respect, and I told you, you know, and they teach you global business. I'm not telling you, Cat, not to be regular, but you got to know your environment.
Right.
You got to know your environment. And so, you know, if you don't know your environment, you know, it's almost like when I was growing up, right? This is me being in Louisiana, or man, I'm talking about Dallas, wherever I lived in. If I had tension, I would tell my partners, "Hey, bro, I don't think it's a good time for you to ride with me."
Right.
I don't think it's a good time for you to ride with me because of what I'm dealing with. I got tension out here. You know what I'm saying? I think that's certain, and then because you don't know the extent, like. But who's real like that? Let a juggle make a choice a bit, like. If they're going to ride with you or not. But I don't go out there. But that don't mean these cats out here that's on the emasculating, that want to think about that slavery stuff. You know, that's where they use to inbreed and do anything, emasculate black men. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We got to, be mindful of growing up and try to change that mentality. You know, I'm trying to make the next man out of bitch. That's a big problem. That's the root cause of the problem. Stop making the next man out of bitch. And we learn that. We learn how to live among each other. So you in the environment and you creating, trying to make a man out of bitch. You know what I'm saying? I think that environment, like we saying, that's kind of like intentionally doing things that's going to put you in a provoked situation. You know what I'm saying?
I think a lot of that happens too when guys, especially guys that was deprived from resources growing up, like they were probably bullied or they were probably deprived from being fly. like, you know, getting resources, getting the girls and all that. As soon as they hit a lick with this music thing or this content thing, they do a whole 380. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden they become the book, and they feel their money can make them do it.
You got certain dudes get out there talking about, you know, certain podcasts out there get out there and make negative comments towards women. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, it's easy for you to talk about the women. I'm like, when you gonna run up on a dude talking greasy like you gonna do something to him?
Right.
Talking about they want to run a fade. Nigga rather run a marathon away from it.
Ain't no and we ain't talk about a barber either.
You know what I'm saying? Man, I'm like, you know, it's just, I'm like, it ain't hard to respect people. And I wish in this game as a people, as a culture, because when it comes into an element of, you know, disrespect, it's not hard. People just want to live. They just want to provide for their family. They just want to live their life. But, you know, when certain things happen and you keep messing with people, you know, like they say, like Tupac said, I ain't a killer, but don't push you.
Right.
You know, and the situation is that anybody can go to that point where they're like, you know, because the thing is, and this has to be something for all y'all bully niggas out there who like to think y'all can run shit. Well, you know, you're going to get run up on. Because the fact is, the average person, see, there's a difference between real hood niggas who will shoot first and ask questions later or just don't give a fuck, and then niggas that think about it before they shoot you. See, the nigga that thinks about shooting you is more dangerous because when he's gotten to that point, when he's decided that's the last course of action, he's locked in on it because he's done everything in his mind to try to avoid the situation because you put him in a place mentally that he's not normal. So when you put him in an abnormal place, he becomes an animal because you don't brought that out of him. And I tell niggas, stop pushing people buttons because you don't know, that nigga might not only kill you, he might kill your whole family behind that.
Right. What?
It's real,
you
man.
Know?
Because I got to lose everything. I got to lose everything.
Yeah.
So if I got to lose everything, I'm rolling the dice on everything.
Exactly.
But I mean, I know what I mean, but you know what? I tried mentally because one thing, even growing up, I don't know, man, it's kind of hard. You don't come from a lot. What you gonna tell me is I can go out here, I can go hustle, and I can go get it. And you tell me you gonna send me back to the bottom? Or you act like they ain't come from there. What that's gonna do? You gonna send me back to my family? You know what I'm saying? You gonna send me back to the bottom? Like cats don't get that. Like, but I mean, I like to stay on the positive side note of being a ghetto star. Meaning, I say it because I want the kids at the bottom to feel like they still got hope. You know what I'm saying? They got hope. They can build. We come from the bottom. Y'all come from the bottom. And like you were saying, like, it's cool. One thing, it's cool being real. Just be real. Right, you're going to win in the long run because these cats, they get off that deal. One thing a lot of cats getting tired of the deal, if they done with money in this, they going to lose that money. And you talk all that big boy shit in it. Like you said, especially like my partner said, like you just saying, what they say, when they get this money, they like my partner say, like, yo, when a pussy gets some power, you know what I'm saying, he was a coward. Now this pussy done got some power. He don't understand like a cat. He don't understand like a cat that was. See, when I was coming up, I know the bully. The bully like me. I ain't like the bully. I ain't like being bullied, but the bullies like me because I wouldn't let them bully me. But I wasn't the one. So a cat that you was more of a protector. You know what I'm saying? You knew. And this is another thing. My father was 100 miles away from me. You know what I'm saying? This is when, you know, you didn't have the cell phones and everything. So I had to learn how to conquer fear alone. You know what I'm saying? So it was times I was scared. Yo, this cat got more brothers than, you know what I'm saying? They got, like, I'm me and my 3 sisters. I got to stand up for all them. So I couldn't be scared. But I mean, there was times the kids outnumbered me, or they was bigger than me. You know? So I couldn't call my dad. Oh, I'm gonna call my dad. He gonna, you know what I'm saying? He gonna be here. Nah, bro. No, 100 miles away. Man, we gonna be dead by then. So I'm not one of them cats. When I see somebody at a disadvantage, I had to tell my daughter, if you scared of something, study it. Preparation destroys fear. You know, I had to learn how to conquer fear alone. So when I'm scared of something, I'll be scared. But shoot, nowadays, boy, you can go learn jujitsu. You can go learn this. You can, boy, you don't know what Joker. Hey, Joker put hits on Joker. You don't know how they gonna plot that kill. Make it look like 10 of. It's 10 of them in on the murder. When he shoots it, then he had to do like that. Oh, I'm trying to help you. Checking your pulse. Oh, yeah, he did. Oh, hugging him. Oh, I'm trying to bring it back. I'm like, hey, I'm not about to play with y'all. It's crazy out here, man.
Yeah, that it is.
But what can you do? You either, you know what I'm saying, survive the next era of hip-hop. That's all I feel. Like, you know, ain't nothing you can do but survive it. In it to win it, you know what I'm saying? Salute everybody that's in there. And like you're saying, with all the madness, it's business anyway. So if you're not getting caught up in the street business of it, you know what I'm saying, where you being a problem. And you shouldn't be trying to go to war, like Cass said, unless your money right. So, I mean, all you should be trying to do is move around, get some money anyway, and help build and give back. Like I said, I feel like we just got to create more diversity, and I think educate and put some things in place for them to understand to keep hip hop alive, so we can keep building. I mean, the world's crazy; it ain't gonna stop being crazy. You ain't gonna stop people from trying to manipulate it. I feel like, you know, the next 50 years hip hop. And we just gotta teach them. You know what I'm saying? Talk to them, to the ones that's listening, and then the other ones will listen when they get in the forced situation. They'll listen. They just need a little bit more time.
I feel you. So your latest project, tell us about that and what was the inspiration behind it?
Well, you know, I'm working on my next project is I'm working on the releases. Oh man, I got music in my head when you said that.
Hey, it's okay. Speak on it.
I recorded a song in I went over here, me and Mr. Lucci. It's called Hit the Lotto. I haven't released it yet. But Hit the Lotto happened. I had a situation February 1 this year, early part of this year. The singer I'm working on, waiting the video get wrapped up, and so we probably gonna drop this in September. But February 1, I went to the studio. Me and Mr. Not February 1, but right after that, I had a cousin, a little cousin. She got killed down in Galveston jail. You know what I'm saying? So she got into it, I guess, in the sheriff, and they beat her up, and they killed her down in Galveston, you know, in the county jail. So my Hit the Lotto was inspired by her. You know what I'm saying? So, and they still haven't released the footage. Cornell X went out there, they had a meeting, you know what I'm saying, in front of the tell them to release the footage. If they didn't do nothing, you know what I'm saying, she was locked up. She was in there 9 days, and they get into it, you know what I'm saying, it's altercation. And they pretty much took her to the hospital. didn't call my cousin until her daughter was dead. You know what I'm saying? She was 32 years old. And so hit the lotto is like, one, I hit the lotto because I can see again. You know what I'm saying? The other reason she hit the lotto because she got family that's going to get up and stand and fight for her, even though she's done. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the songs, you know, hit the lotto, me and Mr. Lucci. So that's what got coming soon. That's my, you know, latest project I'm working on. And I'm working on other music, but that's the one that's up to release.
That's dope, man. And I want to shoot this to you, too, man. How did you meet Fleetwood? Big shout out to him for putting this together in the first place and connecting us. Like, how did you meet him?
Oh, wow. I got to turn back the clock a little while. You know what? I guess, you know, man, how did we meet? I'm going to have to ask Fleetwood to answer that question. Because me and Fleetwood got connected. I think I originally seen Fleetwood the first time I was in Phoenix, Arizona. You know what I'm saying? You know, I transported trucks, did my music. I was a contractor. And I think, was it on True West Radio? Was it on True West Radio? Or through Zone 24 TV? That's right. That's how Fleetwood said he seen me. I was, prior to me going blind, I was the president of the local TV station that was out in Texarkana that was on TV. It was Zone 24 TV. I was the president of it. I connected them guys, you know what I'm saying, doing music. And, excuse me, Fleetwood seen my Treasure Hunt video. I think he seen it on in the Bay Area on TV. And through Zone 24 TV is how we got connected and plugged in, and through Buddha and High Promotion. Like I said, through that guy, and from that, me and we hooked up with each other talking, and you know, we built a relationship. He was a real cat, you know, love all his stories, and we got tight, and man, we just been building ever since then. It's been oh man, I was blind for 5.5. It's been like almost a year. I've been unblind in August 31st. You know, my first eye surgery, my second one September 14th. So 6 and probably about, oh man, it's probably been about 10 years I've been on Fleetwood now, or longer. So, and you know, great inspiration, you know Fleetwood from the Cotton Pickers, you know, writing his books and rapping and doing music and steady and then, you know, recently he's a father, even though, you know, baby girl probably about 5 or, but you know, him been raising Zephaniah, if I got the name right, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I mean, yeah, you know, so from his transit from Phoenix to Atlanta, back to the Bay, and a couple of times, you know, him moving around within the building on his career, going to the movie film festivals, and you know, Fleetwood put me on a lot of game, and we, like I said, talk about a lot of things, and but yeah, get a chance to kick it. You know, Fleetwood came by when I was blind. He was on his book promotion, came scooped me up, you know, and the fellas, we went out to Fort Worth, and he was on different radio shows. We, you know, so yeah, I mean, you know, it's love, man. You my dog, Big OG.
That's what it is, man. And big shout out to him if he's listening out there. We definitely got more work in to come up for what we doing with his his brand, his up-and-coming projects. We still got a lot of work to catch up on.
Right. Yeah, so
yeah,
it's a lot
man,
of stuff we
you know, you go right there?
No, I was saying, there's a lot of things that, we've built up in Fleetwood. So we got some business we're going to put together and continue building on. So, yeah, it's we got a whole lot of life ahead of us. So it ain't over. Movie, books, and music, and life of hip-hop,
Yes, sir, man. And, as we about to close it down, because, we had it set for Blog Talk a certain time, man. It was definitely a pleasure for you to join us and chop it up with us and let us know your history. We're happy that you're in good health once again. Tell people where they can find your project, man, and where they can stream it or buy it on a physical.
Right. Check me out on www.goldminerrecords.com, www.confettidarealestsoulja.biz, www.confettidarealestsoulja.com. You can Google Confetti Realest Soulja. You can go on Instagram, Confetti DRS, Confetti Realest Soulja Instagram. When you Google me, you'll pull all that. I got my clothing line coming out, G360. I'm going to be out, G360apparel.com. All this stuff going to be up and running next month. I got a lot of work to do. So I'll be selling hats, T-shirts. Also, I got the Confetti Realest Soulja hemp. You know what I'm saying? That's all the THC, all the hemp products, gummies. And you'll be able to catch me at different. We're going to be in festivals. We're going to be in the streets. We're going to have it up online. So, just getting everything up and back to full speed since I've been blind. Get where I need to be. And, so, yeah, just keep looking out the next 30 days. New music. Like I said, Hit the Lotto, featuring Mr. Lucci. More music to come. Pushing it for my birthday release on the 25th of September. We're going to release everything, the clothes, the hemp, the music, like I say, the G360. And we're just going to keep building. I appreciate everybody.
Oh, damn, man. And on that note, we about to sign up out of here. Episode 624 is on the books. Be sure to check out Confetti. We're going to have this interview up this week on YouTube and as well on other streaming sites. You can check us out on the Off the Cuff Radio channel on YouTube, Spotify, Amazon. We everywhere, man. So definitely just check us out right there. Just type up Off the Cuff Radio or Off the Cuff Radio and King Air Productions, and we'll pop up right there. So yeah, man, thank you once again for joining us, and we'll be with y'all this coming Thursday. We got a doubleheader lined up, and we out.
Peace.